My name is Ignatius Wekesa, the Regional Manager of Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission based in Nakuru, that is South Rift Regional Office. And today, as the Commission, we are here together with the County Commissioner of Kericho just to talk about the grabbing of land, the land belonging to Kenya Wildlife Service Senior Officers Camp here in Kericho, plot number 631/169, which is about 2.5 acres of land, valued at 400 million shillings. The Commission received information that this land, which was being used, which has houses for senior officers of Kenya Wildlife Service, had been grabbed by private developers, and as a commission who have the mandate to carry out investigation on asset recovery, we had to launch investigations and had to move to court to get the court order, preservation court order, which we received on 31st of July 2024, barring anybody from developing this place or doing anything to do with this particular camp until we finish investigation and file the main asset recovery suit in court, and then it is heard and concluded in the Environment and Land Court here in Kericho. This land was grabbed by senior or government officials, and some are private businessmen. We cannot disclose their names at this juncture for reasons because of investigations. And what we are saying is that clearly, from what you can see here, you can see that this land belongs to government. It has government houses. It was housing senior wardens and deputy wardens, but people are now occupying them in their private capacity. So as Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, we are warning those people who are fond of grabbing public land, and we are also saying that at the end of the day, it will revert back to government, and if you make any construction on this particular land, especially on commercial land, it means that at the end of the day, we are going to collect rent on behalf of the government. So it's just a matter of time, but not if, that we will have to recover this particular facility. And we thank the residents and the NGOs and human rights here in Kericho for having availed the information to us, and we can assure you that any information that comes to us, we will act on it. And this is not only the land that has been grabbed here in Kericho, there are other lands that have been grabbed. In fact, I'm told that most of the senior government officers here have lost their houses to individual persons. Even the court here in Kericho, part of the land was grabbed. We have so many cases in Belgut sub-county where even the police station was grabbed. So we are looking at quite a number of other asset recovery cases. Others are already in court, which we are pursuing, and we are very sure that we are going to emerge the winners, and the land will revert back to government for the rightful purpose that it was set aside for. At this time, I cannot say that the survey officer whom we arrested recently, there's a direct connection with this particular grabbing here. But all what I can say is that grabbers cannot go to the ministries of lands and change records or make records. It means they work in cahoots with the land officers, especially the land registrars, land adjudication officers. We have land settlement officers. We have demarcation officers. We have even the land control boards who sit and discuss and pass the land in their books. So it means that it's true that these grabbers work in cahoots with government officers, and that's why recently we arrested one of the surveyors who have been giving people sleepless nights here in Kericho by demanding private for any service that you want to receive from the lands office. But I know it's a while, because for us we received a report just recently, but the grabbing had already been done. Maybe a year, 2 years ago, that can be clarified. But the other lands that we have done, even very soon we are going to hand over some of the properties back to government in the course of this month. We are through with the investigations. There are going to be 2 cases. One is the asset recovery for purposes of ensuring that the land refunds back to government. Secondly, in fact of late, when courts are making judgments and rulings, they are asking us as a Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission why we are not charging the public officers who normally facilitate this particular grabbing in their offices. And therefore, we will have another parallel file for criminal charges for the land officers and any other government officer or private person who have assisted in one way or another, either directly or indirectly, in the grabbing of these particular properties.
My name is Gilbert Kitio, County Commissioner of Kericho, and today I'm here in solidarity with Mr. Constance from EACC and his team, and that is in terms of recovery of public land which has been taken by private individuals. It's unfortunate that we've lost a lot of land in Kericho to private individuals, land which could be used for public facilities. For example, of late we have been looking for land to put up an ICT center, and unfortunately we cannot get one because seemingly all public land has been taken. And therefore we will fully support the EACC in its endeavor to recover all the public land so that it can be put into proper use. If you may recall that this new administration, the new government, has a lot of projects and programs coming up, and it requires a lot of land. For example, if you look at affordable housing, it requires land. The high city hubs, it requires land. The technical institutions, government offices, all of them require land. But as it is now, Kericho is completely locked up. There's no land. All of it has been taken up. And that's why we'll take it upon ourselves to support the EACC. We recover this land so that we put up these government facilities in those private lands. And I want to call upon the people of Kericho. If you have taken public land in the past, I'm sure there's always an opportunity to surrender it back. You can surrender it back, and I'm sure the EACC and their lawyers will give you lenient terms of surrender. Instead of going all the way through the court process and that, it will be much easier for one just to bring whatever they have taken and say, we took this one, tunaomba msamaha waje irudi kwa serikali. That way it will work faster. And we are working on the government land, the inventory of government land, especially the houses. There are so many houses which are occupied by public servants in the 70s and 80s, and which they ended up converting to private use. So we'll look for all those records, and we will hand them over to the EACC so that that recovery process can be done. You know, Kericho is a small town. It is very squeezed. And if that one is not done, where shall we get land to expand this town? Unless you want to tell us now, here in Kericho, we just do away with development to kaya hivo hivo, which will not be good. Therefore, my parting shot is those who may have taken private, public land, government houses or whatever, please come out and surrender them. This is the best opportunity for you to do that. Thank you very much.
So it is becoming like
hata ingekusumbua hapa hata kutana Lakini yeye inaenda vizuri tu, ile jamaa anaanza na